Well, good morning. Welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines, and Merry Christmas. Well, we're going to see if we can get James, encourage James to stop work for a minute and show us his posh new truck. Okay. And here it is. Wow, looks really nice. Yep. Oh, there's a busy man. Let's see if he has time to show us. Hey James, how's it going?
We're making it go.
I wondered if you had a minute to show us your nice new truck.
Sure. My goodness, that's some hardwood.
Yeah. Well, this certainly puts paid to a comment made by somebody who said, well, it seems like now that they have a nice new truck, there's not going to be a new house.
Oh.
And I said, well, that's not so actually. So
Eventually we'll get it.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to be, what do you think the time frame is on getting that surround? I've forgotten what that is now. It's is it a horizontal beam?
This serves as a beam to help with the structure on the upper side.
Yeah, but there's a name for it. It's a horizontal,
they call it something here.
something or other. Yeah. But anyway, that's going to go all around. And you're getting some help from Pogi, so how can it go bad?
Well, he's going to dig a hole no matter what.
Pogi, what are you doing?
It's just, that's their nature.
What are you doing? That dog just keeps getting bigger. Look at it.
Oh, I stopped down there at Ricky's place and I asked him, I said, you built your house here and it seemed to move right along. I said, where in the heck did you get your stuff?
Yeah.
And so he pointed me to the hardware up there in Taliban behind Ultras.
Behind?
The Ultras grocery store. I never
Alturas?
say it right. I always get
Alturas.
Alturas.
Alturas, yeah.
And so I went in there and ordered it.
And then were they good on delivery?
Their truck broke down.
Well.
So basically we had to, they just dumped it out there in the road with the block and everything else.
Oh, that's it. They did. They wouldn't deliver up here.
Well, it was
Ambicon,
a 10-wheeler truck was what
Ambicon will deliver up here.
Where's Ambicon?
Down in the Taffy, and it's only 6 kilometers.
Oh wow.
I told you about that and about their
the same store that,
their good block. Yeah,
that's where we got these. Or no, we got these up town here.
I mean the block that
where the jail is, you go in behind there, and they got a place back there.
But the block, I tested it. I went down and I was talking to the owner, Edgar, and I mentioned, I said, you know, almost every expat that you speak to, every foreigner will tell you that the block are no good. Why is that? And he said, well, our block are good. And there were the block that he showed me, I said, but every block that I've seen, I can crush it under my boot.
You just grab a hold of it, crush it with your hand.
And in fact, often there's a 5 or 6% damage rate when they deliver.
Each load, yeah.
Just when they deliver. So he then showed me a new machine that they've got that looked a little bit like a round tub, like they're treading grape.
Oh, really?
And it has this
mixer in it?
Yeah. He said the mix is perfect. There are no soft spots which weaken it. And also he uses a different recipe so that the materials are different. They're not the same, and it doesn't even look the same color. Plus, he dries them for 3 days. You can bet your life that a lot of the time you can see by the color that they've not been allowed to dry for very long.
Yeah.
So
if you've noticed the gravel I got, I
Yeah.
almost had to force them to bring that out. They wanted to bring me this river bottom mud.
There's too much dirt in that.
Too much mud in it. I mean, a
Yeah.
little is good, but not too much. You don't
Right.
want too much.
Right.
Because here you don't have any freezing and thawing now, where I'm used to putting down concrete, and I mean hundreds of yards. If you were pouring on top of clay and it's freezing and thawing, you know, the temperature gets down below
Right.
freezing, and sometimes the ground freezes up to 4 feet deep.
Wow.
There you need 7,000 psi concrete.
I
You
see.
need good concrete, no
Yeah.
dirt, no mud.
Right.
And but here you don't have those worries. And I mean, I was pretty confident with these blocks, and I know a lot of people gave their opinion, which is all well and good. But they haven't moved an inch. The only place that moved is right here, this corner where they started without a footing. This went down a half inch.
Yeah.
But it's not going to go anymore.
No. Well, my concern obviously is, well, not obviously, is the thickness of the mortar, and then being left out in the wind and the rain.
That's
And I've
why-
seen it. I've seen what it does to it, and it, yeah.
Yeah. I've tested this, and man, when I poked a hole in there to bring my sewer pipe through, I mean, you had to really rat on that thing.
Then that's good. All
So
to the
that
good.
explains the mixture and why they lay the block the way they do, is to compensate for the block, because now you got a strong wall.
Right.
And it's just, it's a psychological thing, because you look at the block and the way they crumble, it's like, man, that house is going to fall down. But it's not. It's done properly, installed properly, and
Well,
it
it's
stays there. It's tough. It's hard.
Edgar's at Ambercon. That's the first that I've seen of a strong block. I actually tried. He put a block down and said, "Let's see you break that," and I wasn't able to. So
Well, that's like these here. They don't crumble. I mean, like the other block, you could go like that, and if you picked it up here, it would just fall apart.
right.
These got a good mix to it here.
That's great.
This is more like a 5.5 or even a 6 bag
Right.
mix.
Well, the one that
People who do concrete, they
yeah.
understand what I'm saying there, but
the block that Edgar showed me was more expensive. What are these, about 16, 17 pesos each?
no, I paid 13, and I asked for 200 block, and they brought out 400, and so they were going to come out, and they found the mistake before we went back in. I mean, I saw the mistake right away, but we had to go the other way before we went back into the hardware to set it straight. They were out here when we came back.
Right.
And they said, "Oh, we made a mistake. We got you 400 block." And I said, "You got me 380 block," because I counted them. And
Right.
because I saw right away, well, that's way more than 200. And
So what's going to happen about that? You're going to pay
I
for the
paid
extra?
for the rest of it, but it ended up like 10 cents or 10 pesos a block.
Ah, okay. Well,
Because they
that's
gave
good.
me a break.
Yeah.
Their mistake.
So you're going to just be working on your own, seems?
No, it's...
Well, it's Christmas, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Christmas.
I just remember that.
And we had all the rain, and then,
Right.
we had that issue with the transfer taking 3 days. And
Yeah.
screwed everything up. So.
That's the difficulty in getting the money from the States enough to pay for your truck, you mean?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's not... a lot of people don't realize that the idea of a credit card is something that it hasn't been born here yet, really, has it?
No,
You can't
I've got
go...
several credit cards, but I refuse to use them because of the way they act. But you have to. It just stresses a person out when you've got more paperwork than you can shake a stick at, and then they create more because. Oh, for instance, there's a card named Providian. I had to check them all the time. They'll slip in $69.95 here, $12.95 here and there, unauthorized charges.
Ah,
And if you don't watch your accounts, well, for instance, I'll give you an example. The one was $1,200 a year they were stealing from you.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to watch them. And you don't have the time to sit down every day
No.
and every
Well,
month, so you just
all the
spot
in-
check them.
Or in my case, the inclination, you know. So we don't have credit cards.
Yeah.
But then we're not traveling the world. And nowadays, it didn't used to be this way, but nowadays the ATM card is now regarded as a kind of prepaid credit card.
Credit card, yeah.
Yeah. If the money is there, you can have it.
Yep.
Well, we'll look at what's the target then? Do you think you can get this horizontal beam, support beam in?
I want the thing poured for sure, and then that retaining wall put in, keep that dirt back.
Right.
And out here I'm going to pour some pilings out there, bring them up so I can
Oh, so you can level it.
level it out.
Yeah.
Instead of filling it with dirt, I'll probably make a garage underneath.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
Then you could,
That's a lot of dirt to bring up here to
well,
function.
then you could, instead of,
It's coming straight
yeah, instead of coming round that bend, I mean, we all go round a bend occasionally, but you could come straight up, and that would, and
straight in.
that would make a really nice observation platform, won't it?
Yeah.
But like an outside patio,
Patio.
you know, which you could probably cover in like we've done up there eventually.
Mhm.
And then, how bad? Look at that view, $1 million view.
is.
For me, $1 million view.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Don't get tired of looking at it.
No, I don't. No.
I look forward to
Yeah.
sitting on the top deck here and
Yeah.
a cup of coffee in the morning and just
Yeah.
enjoying it. Nice breeze. And
All right, well, we'll finish off. This turned out to be a video about your house, which is no bad thing. But maybe we can go and do another video